filming this video 2 minutes ago. I've had a really busy filming day, so I'm on a roll and I just want to keep it going. Spend the night with me. Let's do a little nighttime routine. This is throwing it back to just OG YouTube. There's a lot I want to talk about, including my current read because I am obsessed with it. So we're going to chat a lot about what I'm reading in bed, as well as how I annotate. It is the coldest day in the year in the last 6 winters actually. Tonight here in Minnesota, negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit today. I just spent all day filming. I was filming book content, YouTube content, and I started a dedicated brand page for tarot readings. So a lot of you know I do that on the side. Many of you have actually come to me for tarot readings. I opened up an Etsy shop so it's easier. So if you do want a reading by me, I'm gonna leave my new shop down below. It even has reviews already and everything. I was doing it under the table for a long time, just like through DMs. This just makes so much more sense. You know, I have a storefront, I've got places you can leave reviews, I've got more payment options. It is a win all around, and delivery is quick. Within the next 12 to 24 hours after you purchase, you get your reading back to you. It'd be so fun if you wanted to book a reading with me. So I was taking a lot of content for that. I'm doing like tarot videos and all of that on a new TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, like all of it. And it's going really well so far. So I was filming all day for that. I just did a big book unboxing. So I need to kind of pick up the sunroom because this is where I shoot and film everything. And I only film on sunny days. And today was a beautiful sunny day. So now that the sun has set, I need to pick up. I want to make some dinner. I'm going to start the editing process on the first batch of content. But one of the first things I need to do is take out all of the recycling from all the book unboxings I did today. I unboxed a ton of new books from publishers. Also, I didn't want to show you, but underneath all my filming, I always have sweatpants on. I am a pro filmer, you know? I'm put together on top, cute little cardigan, but I've got sweats or like PJ shorts underneath. Let's go put these out in my recycling. Oh, it is cold. Like I said, like negative 20 degrees out. I just posted my daily bookish TikTok. I try to post one a day, but if I'm really backed up with drafts, I'll post more. Today it was let's do a book unboxing. Starting with a book unboxing, not the one I just filmed. If you guys want a secret, I have 18 drafts. I'm usually a few weeks behind on content. It's how I like to stay on top of it. It's how I post consistently. If I was posting like filming today, posting today, it would be impossible. If you wanna be able to do social media and creative content full time, I really do feel like the trick is to bulk up on content. But I posted my daily TikTok. I need to post my daily TikTok on my tarot account, but I like to do that a little bit later. We just had a new moon the other night. Look at the little new moon up there, right above me. I always feel so safe when I see the moon right above my house. It's like I am divinely protected. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna post a TikTok on my tarot account now, but I wanna show you. I really hope this interests you. If it doesn't, feel free to skip ahead a little bit. If you know me and you've been following me for a while, I'm a huge manifester. I'm very spiritual. My house is covered in crystals, and I've been doing tarot, like giving readings on other people for like 12 years now. I have a lot of videos on manifestation, on my crystal collection, on tarot cards. I have a tarot card collection. It's a little outdated because I do have new decks, but like all the spiritual stuff, I am very, very spiritual. I don't know why I haven't been doing it before, but the last couple of months really like made me realize that I'm called to do this. So it's called Angelic Healing. The full name is Angelic Divine Healing, but for username handles and stuff, it's Angelic Healing. I want to talk more about manifesting and spirituality and readings, self-concept and highest realities and higher powers, and how to elevate your life to your highest timeline and your highest reality and your higher self, and just all things like that. I started 2 weeks ago, okay? I have a TikTok called Angelic Healing, which I'm posting on right now. I'm doing like a little 2-week update. And then I have an Instagram. The Instagram is the slowest to grow, which makes sense. I feel like Meta's algorithm just sucks. And then I also share on Facebook and Threads. Threads, for some reason, people love. So that's doing well. I also have a YouTube channel as well for more readings. So if you like tarot readings and stuff, I'll leave that down below. Yeah, I started this TikTok account 2 weeks ago. This is your sign to start, because this was me on day 1 with 2 followers, which was me, myself, and my best friend Bennett. And then day 14, I hit 1,000 followers, and I was really looking forward to this because once I hit 1,000 followers, I can leave a link in my bio on TikTok, and that's what I needed for my new Etsy shop where I'm doing readings. And I want to expand to like other stuff on there, but for now I have 4 reading options. They're different prices, they're different deliverables, like different structures. So whatever applies best for your situation, I highly recommend checking it out. And day one, I got people wanting readings, which was crazy. And I'm so grateful for these people that like took a chance on me as like an Etsy shop with 0 sales, 0 reviews. And then they left reviews and they're all 5 stars, and they're all like, Catherine said I was spot on. Natasha said I am the embodiment of everything spiritual. Someone said it was their first reading ever and she shook. It was so spot on, it literally scared her. Another person said the reading was spot on. Yeah, I'm gonna post this little update to kind of celebrate, like if you feel like starting something, do it, because I cannot believe how quickly it worked. Post, I'm posting it. If you're ever wondering what the weather is like today in Minnesota, negative 22 degrees in Minnesota. Her car will not start. It's so funny because since I created the second TikTok account, I have like 2 algorithms, and the algorithm on my book TikTok is all books. My algorithm on my angelic healing one is all local Minnesota. So I'm getting a lot more news. I'm getting a lot more like current events. So I'm always like kind of hiding on my tarot account to see what's going on. And I'm upset that like none of that really shows up on my other page. I have never felt so called to do something more than the angelic healing brand and business that I'm working on. I really do feel like this is the gift. This is the good thing that a few months ago, my friend was telling me, she was like, I just know something good is coming from this. Like, I just feel like this is gonna lead to something that like you're meant to be on. It's this, I have found it. I feel so called. I feel like it's my purpose. I feel like I learned so much the last couple of months where I'm like, I have such a calling right now to do this. This is so important to me. Angelic healing, big things coming. That's all I can say, but I'm so glad I started. Now that I have, I'm like, why didn't I start sooner? This is a dream come true. This is everything I want to do right now. So definitely go check it out. I literally have been filming all day, like all day until the sun sets. So 5-6 hour shoot day, which is pretty normal for me. I love to bulk film on one day because I'm not getting ready. I'm not putting on makeup. I'm not getting dressed every single day. I'm editing most days. Everything gets so messy on days when I'm shooting. Like I just filmed a bunch of book content. So I have a ton of piles of books that I need to bring back upstairs. This was my January, February seasonal winter TBR. Should I just go through it with you right now? Honestly, we should be doing a little seasonal TBR, right? I'm not completely back where I can make a whole TBR list like this for each month. I feel like I'm catching up on content and catching up with myself and just getting back into the groove with things. I'm so close. I'm so close to being there. So baby steps, even though I don't have a monthly TBR for you right now, I have like a seasonal TBR of the upcoming months, books that I want to read soon. Basically a winter TBR. I have, I think, 16 books here that I hope to read. I never film at night. Do we like filming at night? Is this a vibe? Or do we prefer the sunny sunroom? So consider this the 16 books on my seasonal TBR right now. Once I can get my groove going, we'll go back to the monthly TBRs. But within the next couple of months, I really hope to read Once and Again by Rebecca Searle. I love Rebecca Searle. This is not news if you have been watching my content for a while. And this is her new book that comes out March 10th. I am so lucky to have received an ARC copy of it. It does kind of give me summery vibe, feels summery. So is it the time? I don't know, but I need to read ARCs and it's her newest release. Like, can I really wait until summer? A book that I really hope I read in February is The Frozen River. I don't like that lighting. Is this too mood lighty? Are we fine in the dark? I can't tell. I have heard amazing things about this book, like so much. Of course, it's winter. This is a winter book. I like to go into all my books pretty blindly, so I will not be reading the backs of a lot of these. I recently purchased this book from Barnes & Noble. It's called Into the Magic Shop. You may have heard me talk about this a lot because I simply cannot shut up about it. It is a neurosurgeon's quest to discover the mysteries of the brain and the secrets of the heart. Also will never shut up about Grey's Anatomy. I started watching that show and it has been my best coping mechanism these last couple of months. I simply would not have been able to survive the last few months without that dissociation of Grey's Anatomy. Like, That show means so much to me. I don't think I've been this obsessed with like a world and a show since I was a kid watching Friends. The first sentence of this book, you will not be able to put it back. If you read the first sentence, you would also buy this book. And because I'm so obsessed with Grey's Anatomy right now, I need to read this book. This next book has been on my TBR list for years, but recently I've heard a couple of people talk about it, and I feel like it's a book that finds you at the right time when you need it. I think I could get a lot out of this book, and for some reason it just has always felt like a winter read. Midnight Library. From what I know about this book, which is the main character can go into books in this library and see if she had made different choices in her life, what could have been in a different reality. It sounds right up my alley. It sounds like something that could help me. I feel like there's a lesson in here somewhere that is meant for me to find, and I want to read that one so soon. Now, you need a good Frida palette cleanse every once in a while, so I think the next Frida McFadden book I'm going to pick up when I'm craving that fast-paced popcorn thriller is One by One. Very curious about this one. These next three are by an author that I desperately need to catch up on all of her work. I have only read one book by this author, and I know that she is an auto-buy love author for me, where I'm going to love every single one of her books. None other than Emily Austen. Is This a Cry for Help is an arc that I recently received for her newest release that actually just came out a few weeks ago. I don't like to know the plots before, but she is such a like unique, quirky, but not in like a satirical, not like other girls type of quirkiness, like genuine quirk type of author. The characters, amazing. The plots are always some sort of dark, twisted humor, and it's queer. It's usually queer. I don't need to know more than that. I just know I'm going to love this book. I also have a copy of We Could Be Rats by her as well. I need to read this book. It's pink, it's giving February, and then way back when this one came out, I pre-ordered it, and it has always felt like a winter read for me. Interesting facts about space. As you can see, she has 4 books out. I have read 1. So I want to do my homework and catch up. When I read Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, it was the only novel of hers that she had released. So now I have to catch up. Journey of Souls. I've also talked about this book a lot because I recently ordered it. This is a book on 29 case studies of life between lives. Oh, I am so interested in that already. I am hooked. I want to read this immediately. And you might be wondering why I'm not, because the book that I'm currently reading is on my mind. It is my Roman Empire right now. It is on my mind more than everything else in my life. Every single day, all I can think is I can't wait until I can curl up in my bed tonight and read my book. It's one of those. So we're gonna talk about that when the time comes. Blue Sisters has been on my TBR for a year. A year. I got this for Christmas last year from my mom. She went out in the trenches for me, and she got me a signed copy. I already feel connected to this plot. It might be a little heavy, but if I feel called, I do want to read it. Like I've said so many times before, I am a firm believer that books find us when we need them. So a book could be on my TBR list for years, like The 7-Year Slip was. And if I had read it any sooner, I would not have gotten out what I needed to get out of it when I read it when I did. And I've talked about that too. There could be a book on this list that I am so desperate to read right now, but I just won't appreciate until I'm at a different phase in my life. I don't know. But that's one that if it feels right, I do want to read. I don't think I've talked about it yet on YouTube, but I recently read Our Infinite Fates, and I knew I was going to love it. Some of your reviews did make me worried that maybe I wouldn't because it was so hit or miss, but luckily I'm in the collective of those that loved it. It was like infinity stars. The concept of the book, everything about it was beautiful. I can't stop thinking about it. It was the first book that I read in 2026, and it's a banger. So of course, a very similar book that people say if you like this, read this. Not to mention this author had a blurb on Our Infinite Fate, so I already knew that I would probably need to read this. And I've known because I've been wanting to read this next one for years, and people have always said that they think I would like it, but now I feel even more drawn to read it because of Our Infinite Fates. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I am ashamed how long this book has been on my TBR. It's not a book that I'm like intimidated by or just don't feel like I'm going to love, because I know I'm going to love it. It just never felt like the right time, but all the like stars in the sky, it's very celestial, it's very like constellation-y. It just feels like a winter read. And because I just finished Our Infinite Fates, I do feel very, very drawn to this book. So do not be surprised if this shows up on my next reading wrap-up video. In fact, I really hope it does, because I have other books by V.E. Schwab that I want to get to, but for some reason, I am someone that prefers to read in publication order when I can, so I feel like I need to read this one first before I can read her newer books. Speaking of newer books, this next one just came out, Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. I love Lisa Jewell. Her thrillers are some of my favorites. She's just a stellar author. Like, I know I can count on her for a good time, and this is her newest release. It feels like a winter read. I have The Caretaker. This is from the author of We Used to Live Here, which is just such a spiral of a book. Like, just question marks. That's all I have for that book. I enjoyed the ride. I just have questions. The Caretaker also intrigues me a lot. I feel like it's gonna be a book that I need to read during the day. This girl applies for a caretaking position, and I'm sure shit hits the fan. The next arc I have also looks so scary to me. It's called Japanese Gothic. This arc comes out in April. It's described as being a lyrical, widely inventive horror novel interwoven with Japanese mythology. So that alone I know is just going to scare me in the best way possible. I think this is going to be really, really fun and good and just terrifying. Also, I forgot to mention, but The Caretaker comes out in April. So if I could read both of these before their release dates, I'd be really proud of myself. Now, I also do want to make sure I stick to my at least one memoir goal a month. So for January and February, I am thinking of reading Britney Spears' The Woman in Me. I think that's going to be my January memoir. And then for February, I am so drawn to My Next Breath. I recently got this gifted to me from, I believe, Flatiron Books, sent over this memoir by Jeremy Renner. I didn't know what happened until I looked up this book, and then I looked up his story. Oh my gosh, that's all I can say. So those are the 16 books that I currently have on my seasonal TBR for the upcoming months. I really hope that I get to most of these. That would be the goal, but since I just filmed all of the content with it today, I am bringing all of these books back up to my bedroom because that is where all of my TBR books that I have not read live.
This program raised you. I raised you. Enough now.
She's been in my head since I was an intern. Never seen her go off on me like this before. Anyone?
Now she's got everything in Minnesota. So you don't really remember that?
No, I'm stretched too thin. He took a phone call and he left without a word of explanation. Hi. Seriously?
tried to film a very aesthetic clip of me opening this notebook and I just ripped my thumb to shreds. Why does getting a paper cut hurt so bad every time? Not to be dramatic, it like literally just feels like a razor blade. Help. Okay, take 2. As you saw, I was writing. I have filled up this much of this journal every single day. I've been writing 4 or 5 pages. Nothing has helped this journey more than writing. Anything on my mind. It doesn't have to be like a deep, this is why it's not like my official journal, because this is like thoughts on paper as fast as I can, but oh my gosh, it has helped so much. As you might have noticed, I am doing The Artist's Way, so this isn't the book I want to talk about. Keep watching because I am like kicking my feet. I am so eager to share what book I'm reading, take care of everything I have to take care of before I indulge in my book. Like, as you saw, I responded to all my emails in bed tonight. I usually, when I am watching Grey's downstairs, I'm eating dinner and I'm responding to comments. I always try to get work done when I'm watching something on TV, so I was responding to all of my social media comments as well as looking at houses on Zillow, but hey, that's productive too. And then I came upstairs after I got ready for bed. I responded to all of the emails for the rest of the evening, and then I did a rough edit of the video that needs to go up, not next, but after, so that when the video that goes up next is done, I already got started on the following video. I feel very good with my workflow right now. And as you saw, I'm also doing The Artist's Way, which I have been wanting to start for a long time. I bought this book years ago. I've been wanting to do this for forever, and then I got coffee with someone about a month ago, and they not me giggling, and this came up and they did it over the summer, and I thought it was such a sign of like, I need to start this. I started literally the day that we got coffee. I was so influenced. If you don't know what this is, it's a 12-week workbook. Yeah, it says a spiritual path to higher creativity. It works. Like, I feel it working so well. One of the first things that it has you do when you start, there's like chapters, like you read a little bit, there's exercises, but one of the big things that you do is you start every single day before going on your phone, before doing anything, writing 3 pages. It just is on the page. It doesn't have to be brilliant, you just have to write. So that has helped me so much, just starting the day, writing out every single thought I have, and it's so crazy to look back and see how far I've come. There's exercises throughout the weeks, there's activities you have to do, and then I also include night pages. That is not part of this. It's actually part of a Zoom session I did with Kimberly Meredith, which was the author of the 5th Dimension book that I recently read. I've been connecting with her. She's literally an angel on this earth. Like, I love her so much. In the Zoom session we did over the holiday season, and it was like a group Zoom thing with her. One of the things that she encouraged us to do that she does every single night is write in her journal, and she answers 3 questions. So I took that and I implemented it. So now I have morning pages as well as what I call a night check or a night check-in, which are night pages. But one of the first activities you do when you start The Artist's Way is you have to write down 10, actually, I don't even think you did. There's 10 affirmations in this book, and then I was like, I'm gonna write my own. So my journal starts with my 10 affirmations, and then after that, I just take it week by week. So we got week 1, morning pages. I was like a completely different person. And I am already almost done with week 4. So I have week 4 and then I do the dates and I tally off every single day. I do the morning pages. The goal is to do it every single day, but not every single week am I perfect. But yeah, like I was saying, you write 3 pages no matter what. Even if you think you have nothing to say, write the 3 pages. And then every single evening, I do a little night check, because I am an overachiever, so I have to. But Kimberly Meredith said, in your journal every single night, answer these 3 questions. What was my mood today? What am I grateful for? And how is my mood today versus yesterday? I have been answering those 3 questions every single night for over a month, and it is so crazy to see how much has shifted and how much I've overcome. And like, I used to hate the last question, like, how is my mood different today versus yesterday? I'd be like, it's the same, or I'd be like, I don't know. And now it's my favorite part because I'm seeing the shift, I'm seeing the difference, I'm seeing how it's getting better and better. My mood today was great, and then I talk about everything I did, mostly on camera. But what am I grateful for today? That answer is really cool to see too, because it usually just varies on what my day was full of. Today I said I am grateful for YouTube. my camera, social media communities, and my books. I love the world I made for myself, every part of it. If you have been considering starting the artist's way, or you know, need a sign, and maybe you own this book like I had for years and just never touched it, consider this your sign to start, because it has helped so much and it has really changed so much for me in the best way. I'm literally not being dramatic. And I think it's one of those things where like you get out what you put in, and I am putting in a lot, so I'm getting out a lot, and I'm putting in the work too. Like I feel like I have homework every single day, but it's good for me. I think it's time. Let's finally talk about what I'm currently reading, because I cannot shut up about this book. I'm not even halfway through it. I'm so happy I'm finally reading this. This is one of those books that I was so intimidated and scared to read and put off for a long time, because it's a big book. It's definitely intimidating. I was definitely nervous to read it. I'm reading The Nightingale. I felt very drawn to start this book. Just with everything going on right now, the talk of 1930s Germany and the war has come up a lot, and I realized I'm not educated enough on this war. I only know Anne Frank. I only know the Holocaust. I only know what was taught in like American schools, and I don't think it was that much, or I was just too young to care. I was in 6th grade when we did World War II. I was probably too busy thinking about High School Musical. Like I was not paying attention. I realized there's so much I don't know, especially what was going on in France. So yeah, I felt very called to start this book because I just wanted to learn. Even though it is fiction, there's so much truth behind historical fiction books that I think it's a great way to learn about history through fictional tales, if that makes sense. I was really nervous to read this book because it's a chunker. It's massive, and I was worried it would be slow or just hard to get into. No, the first page I was hooked. The first chapter, could not stop. The only reason that I put this book down is when something that I know is about to be sad happens, and I go, all right, time for bed. Don't want to get my heart broken tonight. I am 254 pages in, and I started it like 2 days ago. I'm already halfway through this book. I've already tabbed so much of this book. By the time I finish this book, it's going to be covered in tabs. This is one of those books where it is actually this serious. I have 4 annotation tabs here, a highlighter, a pencil, and a pen. It is this serious. If you're curious how I'm tabbing, because there's a lot of colors going on, I have a color code in here. I don't always do this when I annotate books, but when it gets this serious, it's needed. The dark blue ones are potential foreshadow, because I have a feeling I know what's going to happen to a specific character. So every time it sort of comes up, I'm like, I think I know what's gonna happen, so I tab the foreshadow. All of the orange tabs are parts of history that I didn't know about the war, so it's like a history lesson. Like, I had no idea that soldiers, German soldiers, were stationed to live in French homes with normal civilians to spy on them. Literally, I just know it's to spy on them. I had no idea that they just kind of took over France and like confiscated radios, all the weapons, they cut off all communication. Like, so every time there is a little snippet of something about the war that I didn't know before, I tab as a history lesson. Another color is for beautiful quotes. One is for moments when Isabel is being Isabel in the best way. I love Isabel. All the red, this is the most shocking part. Do you see how many red tabs I have? That is when I see something that is so eerily similar to what's happening in Minnesota right now that it's just an eerie parallel. Like, don't even have to change a word and I could apply it to where I live right now. So it's just really scary because history repeats itself all the time. Oh, and then it's really hard to tell the color differentiations, but the light blue tab down here, there's only 2 of them here, is when the title is mentioned. So that's how I'm doing it. And then in the book, I always just do this as well so I don't forget my little code. The colors that I chose, it's like 1 from each of these basically. So I have to carry all of these around. And I don't know, I'm just an annotator. Like, I highlight, I annotate, I write notes. I've always been like that since like middle school when I read. I just can't help it. Which is why I love owning books, because this already feels so personal to me. I found this thrifting at Goodwill like years ago. It's been sitting on my TBR and the time is now. If this has been sitting on your TBR for years, hopefully this encourages you to pick it up, because I was also so intimidated to read it just because it's a really big book and it's about a subject that I don't typically read about. But this is changing my opinion on it. This is changing my mind on it, and it's making me realize I do need to read more war books, because in a way it is educating me. It's like lighting a fire in me as well. And it's making me angry that we have not progressed anywhere in society in the last like barely 80 years. It's so crazy to me. My mom and I were talking about the war, and she was saying when she was in school, they were only like 30 years out from World War II. is that right? 40 years out? Which is like us now to the 80s. Like it was not that long ago. So yeah, I'm so excited because I'm already so close to being halfway through this book. I cannot wait to keep reading. I will say I haven't cried yet, and everyone talks about like how sad this book is and like bring your tissues, like get ready to sob. It hasn't happened yet. I'm expecting worst case scenario. I mean, obviously I know like what happens in the war. So I'm just expecting tragedy, loss, grief. I'm expecting like everyone that she loves basically. Yeah, I'm just expecting the worst. So I know it's going to come, but it hasn't happened yet. So if you're worried it's like sad all the way around, it's still building up to it. But I mean, a lot can happen in the next 300 pages. And then because there's only a week left in January, I also brought up The Woman in Me. I started this last night, but I'm only 20 pages in. So I want to work on this a little bit before I let myself read my guilty pleasure. Weird to call this my guilty pleasure book right now because it feels really heavy before I let myself work on this. I think that is where I'm going to leave you though for my night routine. This was so fun. It was a little impulsive, but I had a fun time. That's really my night. Like my night these days, it's really chill. I just work all day. I film until the sun goes down. I clean. I watch Grey's Anatomy while I get some work done, and then I edit. I work more in bed. I read. I journal. I do my homework, and I feel good. Also, I have a little cozy night buddy with me every single night. It is a little girl party up here. We got Marnie in her spot, and then later on this evening, Luna will be up here too. Every single night, I'm telling you, every night since the girls have been in here with me. And it's just so cute. We're in like a little kitten pile, and when I turn off the lights, I just say, good night, Luna, good night, Marnie, I love you. And they stay with me all night. It's the cutest thing. Like, if you don't have one of these things, you gotta get one. She's just so full of love. She only knows how to love. It's the cutest little thing. And look at her. She's like a little loaf right now. Just a perfect little circle. If I angle this correctly, she's just like a blob. I love you. You're so sweet. Good night, you guys. Thanks for watching.